Hey guys, what's going on? Rusa here bringing you guys my first ever guide, and today we're going to be bringing you a guide on GP to XP. Now, GP to XP is a term that is usually referred to in Runescape as essentially what I have on the screen right now. It's how much GP or gold you are paying to earn one experience point. So the reason why I want to make this guide for all of you is because I get a lot of questions, not only in my stream, but on Twitter, in CCs that I'm in. What is GP to XP? How much does a skill cost to get to 99? How much does this method cost? How much money am I gaining? How much profit are you making? How much are you losing by doing this certain method? So basically, when you boil it down, this is what my definition is, and like I said before, it's how much GP or gold you are paying to earn one experience point. So I do have a plus sign and a minus sign on the screen, as you guys can tell, because GP to XP can be both a positive and it can be a negative too. So there are certain methods where you are going to be consistently losing money, but there are also methods where you will actually profit. For instance, one of those methods is actually smithing rune two-handers, rune plate legs, and rune plate skirts. You actually make a profit, so then in that sense it would be a negative GP to XP because you are gaining gold by doing that skill. If you were to go ahead and do rune plate bodies, you'd be actually spending money to get your experience points. So that's exactly what GP to XP refers to as positive and negative. And I just want to kind of give you guys my definition of it, and hopefully you guys do understand from the definition that I did do. So one of the best websites to actually figure all this stuff out on and to figure out what certain methods are really, really good is called RS Buddy. So now this is a plugin, or this is a sister website to the OS Buddy website. A lot of you guys might know OS Buddy from the client that you can actually download and play with, but so this is RS Buddy. So up in the upper right hand corner, there's a prayer tab, a magic tab, a cooking tab, fletching, fire making, crafting, which is the example we're going to be using, and then smithing, herb lore, farming, and construction. These skills are all buyable skills, so skills like wood cutting, skills like agility are not going to have a GP to XP because you are not spending GP in order to gain experience points in those skills. Magic, you are alching things, so it actually tells you how much GP to XP, or if you're using runes, that's what magic is for. Some skills obviously have more information than others, but there's also a way to manually calculate your GP to XP. This website takes the API from the GE and actually calculates your GP to XP for you. So as you guys can see, for instance, a gold amulet unstrung right now is actually negative GP to XP. That means for every gold amulet that you make, you actually profit off that. If we went down and did dragon stones and cut dragon stones, that means we are losing 21.67 GP per 1 XP we are getting. So if we gain 10 million experience points, we would actually lose 216.7 million GP. So it's basically some simple math. So this is the example that I want to show you guys about how you can calculate this manually yourself if you're ever interested. And RS Buddy's not always 100% on target with their pricing, so you may want to calculate some of this yourself. So this is a pretty simple example. We are going to be making an air battle staff today. So as you can see, we are buying the battle staff itself for 8,668 GP, and we are buying the air orb itself for 1,250 GP. That means the total cost of our staff is 9,918. So once we actually construct that, we will be getting 137.5 experience points per one battle staff that we do construct. So once again, guys, this is a manual way of calculating GP to XP. I will explain the methodology behind it and what you actually need to do once the other numbers do come in on the screen. So now we are going to get into how much profit or loss that you are making per battle staff that you end up making. So our total cost, guys, keep in mind, when we bought our supplies was 9,918 gold. When we sold it back to the GE to sell to another player, they are paying 9,100 gold. So that means every time that we make a battle staff with the supplies, we are actually losing 818 gold per battle staff that we are making. So if you guys are making 1,000 battle staffs, you are losing 818,000 GP per 1,000 battle staffs that you are making. So we are actually, in this case, guys, if you were to go into RS Buddy, you would actually see this as a positive GP to XP because you would actually losing. So positive and negative, like I mentioned, are opposites. So keep that in mind. So now the simple math that we do, so we figured out that we lost 818 gold per one battle staff. How you figure out the actual GP per XP you're getting, you take the gold that you are either losing or the gold that you are gaining. You always want to use a positive number in this case because it helps you find out whether you're losing or you're winning. And we want to actually divide this by the XP we're getting per unit. So the XP per unit in this case for an air battle staff is 137.5 GP to XP, or XP I should say, per one battle staff created. We would do 818 divided by 137.5 XP, which would leave us at 5.94 GP per XP. That means per 1 XP, we are paying 5.94 GP. This means that if we were to go ahead and do our crafting skill and get 10 million GP in crafting, we would be spending 59.4 mil. It's very, very simple math. So just want to give you guys kind of a guide. If you guys have any questions, please make sure to ask them in the comment section below. I'm just going to show you guys a little bit of a clip of me actually, crafting some battle staves. But I will also leave the Rs Buddy link in the description below as well if you guys would like to go ahead and check that out. I highly suggest you go back into the video and look at the manual way to calculate. It's very, very beneficial when you're actually seeing what it's actually profitable, especially with a skill like Herblore, for instance. A skill like Herblore is very, very volatile. You're going to have herbs that go up and down consistently. You're especially going to have secondaries that go up and down consistently. So you may want to end up calculating those out, manually yourself while you're actually buying the herbs and the potions, and make sure not to invest too much GP into the actual supplies that you are buying. So hopefully this guide helped you out. I knew there's a lot of people who are asking what GP to XP was. I know a lot of people do struggle with the actual concept of it, and they always struggle asking how much does a certain skill cost to get to 99. Very, very simple to figure out, guys. Go figure out your GP per XP, multiply it by how much XP you need, and then you can either calculate whether you are losing money or you are gaining money. There are plenty of options where you can gain money from skilling. There's also plenty of options where you absolutely lose money, and you will have to pay a pretty hefty price in order to gain your XP. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, make sure you guys do drop a like. Hopefully this guide helped at least somebody out, so you guys will understand a little bit better. I will be answering any questions that you guys have in the comment section below, and hopefully I can help you guys out with understanding how much your 99s will end up costing you if you do end up going for them, especially the Bibles, because that is the only skills that GP to XP are actually measured against. Not agility, like we mentioned, not woodcutting, which are technically considered what we would call gathering skills. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Let's go ahead and try to smash 25 likes on this guide. Let me know some feedback, by the way. This is my first guide, so I really appreciate you guys checking it out. And with that being said, guys, we will see you next video, and see you then, guys.